Hey guys, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all those around the world. Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring ESPEON, brand new Pokemon which dropped a couple days ago on Pokemon Unite. Very, very excited for this Pokemon. I know everyone else is. We're playing in the jungle. We're coming in the Master Rank in a solo queue game. And all I can say is I really love this Pokemon, and I think she might be one of my new mains up there with Gengar. And all else I can say is I hope Umbreon comes very, very quick, because that's what I really want to play with right now, with all these evolutions. But hey, anyway, we're going to dive into it. I'm going to teach you guys something that you guys probably don't know. Espeon has a hidden mechanic in which I guarantee a lot of people don't even realize it yet. Now, I know it's crazy to say that, but here's the thing. Outside of Focus Band being a really crap item currently at this moment in time, because I feel like Focus Band never procs when it needs to proc. You know, I know that's not just me. I feel like it always procs when you get ready to die, or like when you're actually dead and it's ticking when you're dead. Makes no sense. But in any case, why are you here taking my blue buff? I feel like everybody in lane who gets killed always blames the jungler, so they're like, gotta steal the jungler's farm. This is how you lose games right here, guys. This is how you put your jungler behind by trying to take their farm and experience because you suck. Like, that's it. Hands down. I told you I'm taking this a little bit more seriously, and it is what it is. But anyhow, so we're running Assault Vest, Focus Band, and Choice Specs, okay? And what we're looking to do this game is to play a little bit safe inside these team fights. I don't want to be up in melee range because everybody can kill you. Everybody. You got Charizard, you have Greninja, you've got Gengar, Absol. All these bursty style Pokemon can really, really hurt you really, really quick. And I know that's obvious, but at the end of the day, a lot of people don't realize this because they're just like, gotta go, 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 go. You know what I mean? And if you notice in solo queue, or sometimes when you play with groups, people tunnel so hard just to get one kill. You know what I mean? I mean, literally just to get one kill. And sometimes it's not even worth it. It's really not. But it is what it is. As my dog's back here having nightmares. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so Espeon's passive, it does not show it once it's been used. So you see above the minimap, you see all the little icons there? Focus Band's been used, so it has a cooldown, right? As she takes blue buff yet again. It does not show that for her passive, so it's something that I'm assuming they'll fix at some point, but right now it's something you got to pay attention to yourself. Either way, I'm running with the Assault Vest and her passive ability. Her passive allows you to block a hindrance ability. Hindrance. So that means stun. That means slow. That means anything of that nature, you can basically nullify. Now, you're like, well, we already know that, right? Sure. Let's say you did. But did you also know that you can block Gengar's sleep? You can block Snorlax's sleep. You can block... You ready? Charizard's Unite move. That's a big one. Bet you didn't know that. You can get rid of Charizard's Unite move with your passive ability. And it's huge. You can block Dreadnaught's little stomp with your passive ability. Anything that does any form of hindrance to you, you can block. And it's weird because that doesn't work for all Pokemon. Remember, Duraludon has something very, very similar to that. That's his passive ability, right? It doesn't work versus Charizard. You know what I'm saying? You still get slept by Gengar. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Espeon, this Pokemon is super, super good right now, versus a lot of Pokemon in the metagame. But at the same time, she is super, super squishy. So you have to be mindful of your position. You have to be mindful of the enemy Greninja, of the enemy Gengar. Even though we don't see Gengar that often, Gengar can still 1 to 2 hit you. No problem. You know what I mean? And his damage is more consistent. Greninja's damage is also more consistent because they don't have a hard time lining up their abilities. Once you get hit with Dream Eater, guess what? He goes in, Shadow Balls you, you're pretty much going to die. Whereas with you, if any tank gets in front of you, Trevenant, Snorlax, Blastoise, any tank gets in front of you, you can't teleport around the map. You can't jump around targets with Dream Eaters. You know what I mean? You have a hard time as a DPS at that point because they can just body you. And the worst part about that is your Psyshock. You know, if you land it, you stun them, correct? Makes sense. But at the same time, does it really matter if you stun those targets because they're a tank? They can just absorb the damage. So if they're in front of you absorbing the damage, it puts you at a disadvantage because you're in a bad position. Whereas when it comes to Gengar, for instance, or Greninja or Pikachu, they're more reliant and consistent on their DPS. So as an Espeon player, you guys have to be very, very careful of where you're positioning, where you're lining up your skill shots with Psyshock to do damage. It may not seem that difficult, but when you're sitting here playing in a solo queue game or you're sitting here playing with a group, you have to be careful on stop tunneling. You know what I mean? And make sure you're going for the right targets without putting yourself in a very, very bad situation. But on the side note, her Psyshock is very, very difficult to land if you're not used to it. It will take some learning and some understanding on how this ability works for a lot of people. But I think once you guys realize how good this Pokemon actually is, it might be your new main. Heck, it might be one of my new mains here soon. Her and Gengar, like, I don't really care about to play anyone else, but I have to because I'm a content creator. So what do you want me to do? But like I said, dude, she's so much fun. And we are running Assault Vest. Why are we running Assault Vest? Listen to me. Hear me out. Everybody and their brother, okay, sleeps on a lot of these items in this game. Assault Vest, weakness policy. There's so many of them. But between Assault Vest right now in this metagame, it is super, super busted. I know that's crazy to say it like that, but you got to think of it like this. Hold up. See, he did it. I knew he was going to do it. Every Charizard player does the same thing. As soon as they have Unite move and they see a target, they're going to scoop. They try to scoop you. And with Espeon, okay, fine. It doesn't work. What you going to do about it? And then it puts it on cooldown for a couple seconds, right? You got to charge it back up again. So think about that inside of a Zapdos fight, where Charizard is like, I got to go scoop up the Decidueye, I got to scoop up the Espeon, get the DPS or whatever. And he scoops you. It immediately goes on cooldown because no one has gotten rid of your bubble. You know how cool that is? But in any case, it's like, if it's a Blastoise who's on your face, you lose. 100%. He will 100% owe you every single time. Because you cannot deal with him. You cannot counterplay Blastoise whatsoever as Espeon. Because you cannot stun him. And he's going to out DPS you with Rapid Spin and Water Spout. It's just going to happen because he's not a tank anymore. He's pretty much a raw DPS with a bunch of HP. It's crazy. And we, like I said, we are running Assault Vest. Let's get back to that point before we get sidetracked again. The reason why Assault Vest is being played is you got to think about it this way. Sylveon's being played a lot more. Espeon, Pikachu, all these special attackers that are currently being played in the game right now are super, super consistent. And everybody wants to play new Pokemon, so you will see Espeon as well. And what do they all do? Exactly, special attack. You'll see your occasional Gengars every now and then. Assault Vest will help you out a little bit for that note to block the first Shadow Ball because your passive will block the first Dream Eater, for instance. But other than that, like, Assault Vest is going to be super useful in this metagame just because of all these special attack Pokemon. You may not see it right away as I just block Charizard Unite again with my passive ability. He's learned nothing, I swear. And you won't know why it's happening unless you actually read her ability or understand how to play Espeon. Like, they won't know why it's doing that. It's great. But either way, hopefully you guys did learn something. This has been Pawseplays. Make sure you smash the like button. Come join that Discord. Tell me I suck. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Keep it up with all the likes and subscribes. And we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. We will be doing a giveaway as well. I'll catch you guys in the very next video. Stay safe out there.